The earth is the home of all living things. Many different kinds of plants and animals lives here. So far we do not know of any other places in universe where there is a life. All living things need air and water to live. A layer of air called the atmosphere surrounded the earth. The surface of earth is made up of land and water. About three-fourths of the earth's surface is covered with water and one-fourth by land. The shape of earth. Have you ever stood in an open field or in a street? If you do so, you will see that earth appears flat. No wonder people long ago were afraid to travel far. They feared they would fall off the edge. But in the earth really flat. About 500 years ago, Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese sailor, started a long voyage from Spain. He kept sailing in one direction. After 3 years, his ship reached the same place from where he had started. He had really sailed around the earth. He proved that the earth is round, like a ball. This was further proved when astronauts looked at the earth from outer space. They discovered that the earth is like a huge ball. Looking from a distance, the land and sky seems to meet, but in really they do not meet. The place at which the land and sky appears to meet is called the horizon. Every time we come closer to the horizon, it seems further away. Land and the sea meets at the coast. If we stand on the coast and face the sea, it will seem as the water and sky appears to meet the distance. This is not a case of reality. The sky. Above the earth is the sky. It looks blue, through it is really not so. It is just a vast empty space in the universe. The sun, the star, and the moon are heavily bodied in this empty space. Our earth is one such heavily bodied too. The sun is a star. Our earth goes around the sun. There are other heavenly bodies that also circle the sun. These bodies are called planets. The earth is planet too. There are planets in the circle with the sun. You will read more about your scientific book.
Hi friends, let's go for games.
Okay, let us play volleyball.
Yes, that will be interesting.
The participants in the Commonwealth Games are the United Kingdom and the countries that used to be part of the British Empire. The 19th Commonwealth Games was held in New Delhi in October 2010. The 20th Commonwealth Games will be in Glasgow, the largest city in Scotland, and will continue for 20 days from 23rd July to 3rd August 2048.
What about the Asian Games?
The Asian Games is the largest games event of Asia. It is also called Asiad. The 15th Asiad was held at Doha, Qatar in November 2006, and the 16th Asiad was held in Guangzhou, China in November 2010.
Hi friends, it's really nice to talk about games.
Let us divide ourselves into two teams and start a game of volleyball. Continents and oceans, globes and maps. As we just learned in chapter 1, the earth is a very huge ball. It is so huge that we can only see a very small part of it at one time. So, how do we study it? A model of the earth called a globe shows as the whole earth. We can rotate it to see different places. However, a globe is too small to show all the places in detail. To solve this problem, we have drawings of a part of the earth or the whole of it. Such drawings are called maps. A map can be big or small. We can hang a big map on a wall. We call this a wall map. A book of small maps is called an atlas. Usually remember the 4 directions we learned in class 2. The north, south, east and west directions. If you stand facing a map, the top part of the map is north. The bottom part of is south. To your right is east and to your left is west. You will see the directions marked in most maps. Sailors use a compass to find the directions while sailing. A compass looks like a watch. The needle always points north. You can use a compass to find the directions. If you have a compass, you will not have a depend on the sun anymore to find directions. Oceans and continents. Look carefully at the map of the world on the previous page. You will find that some areas in the map are shaded blue while others are in brown. The blue areas show water bodies and the brown areas show land masses. Our country India is a part of the continent of Asia. It is the seventh largest country in the world. It is the second most populated country in the world. More than 100 crore people live here. It is also one of the most beautiful countries. Our country is not the same everywhere. We have mountains, hills, plains, plateaus and deserts. Very few countries in the world have so much variety. This is what makes India so beautiful. The Himalaya. All along the north of our country lie the mighty Himalayan ranges. These ranges have some of the highest peaks in the world. Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, is a part of the Himalayan range. The high peaks are covered with snow throughout the year. The mountain region is extremely cold. Many of our big rivers like the Ganga, the Yamuna and the Brahmaputra start from the Himalaya. As the snow melts, these rivers are fed and keep flowing down to the plains. As we move down to the lower slopes, we find thick forests. This is called the Terai region. The northern plains. As we go down to the south of the Himalayas, we come to the northern plains of India. This is also called the Gangetic Plain. These plains are flat lands. Many rivers flow through these plains. This makes the land very fertile and most suited for cultivation. The region is thickly populated. Many well-known cities and towns are located along the banks of the rivers Ganga and Yamuna. In the plains, it is very hot in summer and cold in winter. The desert. As we travel to the northwestern part of our country, we find a total change in the landscape. We can see miles and miles of sand. This is called the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. This region gets very little rainfall. The climate here is dry and hot in summer and cold in winter. Life in the desert is difficult. The desert region is therefore not thickly populated. The camel is commonly used in the desert for transport. It is therefore called the ship of the desert. The Deccan Plateau and the Ghats. The southern part of India has a conical shape. This part of India is a peninsula. A peninsula is a place of land jutting into the sea and surrounded by large water bodies on three sides. The Indian peninsula has the Bay of Bengal to its east, the Arabian Sea to its west, and the Indian Ocean to its south. The land in this part of India has a flat and uneven surface and is higher than the plains. Such land is called a plateau. Hence, it is called the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau region has many rivers like the Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari and Mahanadi. These rivers are rain-fed. This region is very rich in minerals. Some parts of the plateau are covered with thick forests. This region has a moderate climate that is neither too hot nor too cold. To the west of the Deccan Plateau are mountains called the Western Ghats. To the east of the Deccan Plateau are mountains called Eastern Ghats. These mountains are not as high as the Himalayan ranges. There are narrow strips of plain land along the east and west coasts of India.
Indian festivals. A festival is a time for fun, joy and celebration. India is a land of festivals. Not one month goes by without a festival. Some festivals are common to the whole country, while others are celebrated only in some states. Festivals are mainly of three kinds: national festivals, religious festivals, and harvest festivals. Birthdays of famous people are celebrated. National festivals. National festivals are celebrated throughout the country as these days are important to all Indians. The three national festivals are Independence Day, Republic Day and Gandhi Jayanti. Independence Day. On 15th August every year we celebrate our Independence Day. It is on this day in the year 1947 that India won her independence from the British rule. A function is held at the Red Fort in Delhi this day every year. The Prime Minister of India hoists the national flag and gives a speech to the nation. All over the country, the national flag is hoisted. The national anthem and patriotic songs are sung. We remember the great people who sacrificed their lives for the freedom of the country. Republic Day. On 26th January every year we celebrate the Republic Day. It is on this day in the year 1950 that India became a republic. A grand parade is held at Vijay Chowk in New Delhi. The three armed forces, police, NCC cadets, folk dancers and school children take part in it. Children who win awards for bravery come riding on elephants as part of the parade. Children in colorful dresses and tableaux from different states makes the parade lively. It is a show not to be missed. The president takes the salute. At the end of the parade, there is a fly past by the Indian Air Force. Parade takes place in the state capitals too. Children receives awards for bravery from the president at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Gandhi Jayanti. Who has not heard of Bapu? That's what we lovingly call Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. Mahatma Gandhi was born on 2 October. We celebrate this day as Gandhi Jayanti. A function is held at the Samadhi of Gandhiji at Rajghat in New Delhi. to pay our respects to the great leader. Prayers are held in other parts of the country too. On this day, we promise ourselves to follow Gandhiji's teachings of non-violence and honesty. Religious festivals. Religious festivals are celebrated throughout the country. Religious festivals are important to people from different religions. Christmas and Nowruz. Christmas is a festival of the Christians. It is celebrated on 25th December every year. Jesus Christ was born on this day. On 24th December at midnight, a special mass takes place in churches. Christmas trees are decorated and Christmas cakes are specially baked. Children love to receive gifts from Father Christmas or Santa Claus. Easter is another important festival of the Christians. They believe that Jesus Christ came back to life on this day after being crucified on Good Friday. The Parsis in our country celebrate Nowruz. Harvest festivals. Harvest is the time when crops are ready for cutting and gathering. Farmers are happy that they have got the fruits of their hard work. It is therefore a time for celebration. Different harvest festivals are celebrated in different states. Bihu. Bihu is the harvest festival of Assam. 3 Bihus are celebrated during the year. Buffalo fights, big bonfires, singing, dancing and feasting are popular during the festival. Young girls wearing typical Assamese clothes are seen performing special Bihu songs and dances. Pongal. Pongal is a harvest festival of Tamil Nadu. It is celebrated for 3 days. Pongal or rice mixed with milk and jaggery is prepared. Cattle are washed, painted, decorated with garlands, fed and worshipped. In Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, the festival is called Sankranti. Onam. Onam is the harvest festival of Kerala. It is called the festival of flowers. People wear new clothes and eat special food which is served of banana leaves. A big attraction of Onam are the boat races which are held at number of places. Baisagi. Baisagi is a harvest festival of northern India. It is celebrated with enthusiasm in Punjab. The men perform the Bhangra dance to the beat of the dholak while the women do the Gida.
Our states, just as your parents look after your needs at home, the central government looks after the needs, welfare and safety of the people of India. The offices of the central government are in Delhi, the capital of India. The President, Prime Minister, other ministers and senior government officials make up the central government. They work and live in Delhi. However, India is a very big country with a population of more than 100 crore. It is difficult for the central government alone to look after the welfare of such a big population. The country is therefore divided into similar parts or states. Each state has its own state government which looks after the welfare of the people of the state. There are 28 states in our country. Each state has its own government to look after the people of that state. Every state has its own capital. In a state, there is a governor, chief minister, other ministers, and senior government officers who work and live in the state capital. Besides the states, there are 7 smaller areas directly under the central government. They are known as union territories. Among the union territories, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the biggest and Lakshadweep is the smallest. Delhi is a special union territory. It has the status of the national capital territory.